And welcome back, everybody, to Mystery of the Druids on Click the Thing, or as this phase of the game is now called, Euro Wench Simulator 1640 team, where we are doing what was intended for women this whole time. We're trying to make men a drink
Dried leaves.
because that's the
Don't
level
know
where
which
we're
plant they
playing with
come
on this
from.
game now.
Oh my, yeah, this left me in a foul humor the last day.
Yep,
Um,
it's not
oh,
going to
I
get any
do not.
better.
Yeah, I when I thought this game couldn't get
That's
worse.
exactly 1 ounce of the
Um,
herb.
here we go.
Yeah, like okay, the latent sexism of having to
Now the water is
force
completely
woman to
yellow.
do thing for man is one thing in and of
Now
itself.
the water is
But the absolute
completely
tedious
yellow.
gameplay to see what herbs match to what colors is another level in of itself. It's like
Yeah,
it's like patronizing a woman on a video game design level. Like it's like you go and do the donkey work for us and come back to us when you have the right answer. It's like, or you could just tell us and let us figure it out from there. You know. But this is their way of trying to make a complicated puzzle by giving us more
yeah.
tedious work.
Like the idea behind the puzzle, fine.
This herb
You know,
smells of
I can
cinnamon.
get match the herbs to the color, make sure you serve them the right color broth.
Yes.
Absolutely fine. This step by step tediousness can get in the
Right.
fucking bin.
That's exactly
Yeah.
one
Oh
ounce of
god,
the
yeah.
herb.
Oh god, yeah. But like, it's not even that. Like, okay, granted, it's a couple of clues in between. Like you say, with like some of the drinks say like, oh, the one that feels like a sponge. So that's not color
This
based.
weed
It's
makes
like
the water
like
turn red.
you hear it in dialogue. It's just like, oh, it feels kind of spongy. That's look that's fine. I don't mind it. It's a way of throwing things around. But it's just you have to do this per 6 times. You have to do this for every herb you have, and it's just so unnecessary. I also find it
Even
amusing
like
as well, based off the animation that like basically Melanie here has a bowl of water she's putting in her pocket. Like that's just
like
uncomfortable, isn't it? Like
if pockets
Those
could be
leaves are
that
sort of
big,
fleshy.
if
Maybe they
only.
come from a herbaceous plant.
that holds an actual bowl of water to the brim in place and doesn't
Like
trickle
that's
down
the
your
dream. That's the dream.
leg.
This is just like laughing in the face of women.
Right. That's exactly 1 ounce of the
It's a slap
herb.
in the face for incontinent women everywhere.
This weed made the color of the water
Oh,
Okay,
change
so
to
is
we're
this
sta-
the
light
right color?
brown.
okay, so we're now we're over halfway through now. We've done 4 of the 6. You've two
Oh,
more colors to unlock. And yes, I am losing the will to live doing this bit of the game.
and all the cut animations are so bad.
I know, I know. Like, okay, granted, this is on good old games in Steam, but obviously it's ripped from the CD, and we had this before with like the levitating Larry and other like graphical mishaps that are gonna happen later on that are objectively hilarious. But I like it's hard to say where the CD rip starts and the animation begin ends. Kind of like
Mm.
what's responsible for the other. But no, I think it's just badly made. Like,
This smells of aniseed.
it's so in some aspects it's like first game teething problems, but it's also just like just not knowing what you're doing and trying to design a video game based off stuff you played already without any kind
Right.
of point of reference
That's
of what's good.
exactly 1 ounce
You
of the
know?
herb. The weed has made the water blue.
Okay, so
Blue.
licorice makes water blue. Shock horror. That must be the funkiest smelling bucket in the Middle Ages right now because we've thrown in like 5 different herb
Broth.
water broths, yeah, in there. You know, like whoever drinks from that slot bucket later on is going to have the biggest trip. Like maybe that's how they discovered MDMA back in the day. They just like the slot bucket just went turned
Just,
someone
yeah,
loopy.
festered.
Mm,
That's like the King's Cup, the original King's Cup.
That
yeah.
smells of aniseed. This weed feels
It's
strange.
like just someone
Almost like a
retelling the story, and
sponge.
that's how IPA was invented. Okay, we're on tenterhooks here. This is the last of our herbs, the last color to unlock.
Woo! This
Right.
has to be it.
That's exactly 1 ounce of the herb. This made the water
Purple?
turn purple.
Purple.
Purple. Some fucking what's that herb? Potassium permanganate? Like that is a joke that only chemists will understand, and they might have a mild chuckle at. Like right Burpot just did there.
Yeah, like I
Medieval
can't
book of
add to it.
recipes.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says.
It's a good one.
Okay. A strange sleeping drink.
Okay. Take an ounce of the crimson, right? Oh my god.
Yeah. That's what we're dealing with here.
Oh god.
It just doesn't make it like even the wording. Like I see what they're trying to do with the wording, but like the central part doesn't make sense. You get like two reds, one gold. Grant, that's fine. 2 ounce of the green from an ounce and an ounce. What the fuck does that mean? Like,
Make an
like
ounce of the green from an ounce and an ounce.
yeah, it's so bizarre,
Smells of cinnamon.
so fucking bizarre. Now again, the semantics of this now is a bit different because when it says mixed mixed A, B, C, and D,
Exactly 1 ounce of the
like
herb.
there's an actual order then of when you actually have to add the herbs. You have to add 3 of the herbs together, and obviously mix that around, and then you have to add 2 on top of that, and then 1, and then 1. I think it is. But obviously, if you do all 3 together, it doesn't work. So you have to do these in the right order. You know what I mean?
Fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just got a coffee delivered to me by a man.
How's that gender zeitgeist going for you, Burkball?
I'm getting so angry at the misogyny in this game that I just had to get a man to make me a coffee.
It only works. That only works if you click your fingers beforehand. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
I called him garçon.
More ale, garçon. Oh, there. We must remember this for the next Kitchen of Madness to see if we can make a sleeping drink out of cinnamon, aniseed, and presumably fennel.
This weed makes the water turn red.
No.
Dried leaves.
Look, I didn't say medieval cooks were good. You know.
Those leaves are sort of that smells of aniseed. This weed feels strange, almost like a sponge.
So. There we go. Look at this tantalizing. They must have been really proud of this balance. This little animation
they're like,
case.
let's make an entire
Exactly
like.
1
You can
ounce
just
of the
imagine
herb.
some intern as a coding project was
now
asked to
it's turned
code
into a brown
this
slop.
balance,
Hmm.
and it's like, I'm really proud of it, guys. And they're like, if you could get the fucking work of balance in, we'll make an entire game out of it. All right.
Let's see what it says.
It's like, yeah, do you know what? That's what's happened here, right? They heard the phrase game balancing and they got the completely wrong idea.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh wait, that's not what you do? Oh, in that case, we have to call an intern back because we're in trouble. So yeah, I'm still trying to make sense of this fucking recipe here, right? I've done the golden bit. Like mix 2 green. What are you talking about? So I think what I mean is you have to do 2 greens, but you have to do one mixing one first and then one on top of that. You can't just do the 2 together. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, you can't. Oh,
And I think what was confusing me here as well is that I don't think one of the colors matched up to the actual to what the water became. I don't think we actually ever got a green. So I think they were
Yeah.
actually referring to the herb itself was actually green. I think that was the curveball in his puzzle. I think. I remember there is definitely a curveball in this. I just can't remember what it was. And again, it's been 3 months since I played, so I'm trying to jog my memory. I think that's something to do with the fact that like you're actually talking now about
Exactly 1 ounce of the herb.
the herb as opposed to the
Ugh, now it's turned into a brown slop.
and I think if it turns into brown slop, it's unsuccessful. I think that's how it goes. So you go like, so yeah, once Melanie goes, ugh, it's wrong, it's incorrect. You basically have to start again.
Start the whole fucking thing again.
Hmm.
Oh, actually, I did mean to tell you this.
Okay.
Do you remember I said that cauldron would make lovely soup?
Yes.
Later on that day, I went out for lunch
These
with my
jugs
sister,
smell good.
and
Must
I
be
was telling
herbs or
her about
spices in
cauldron
them.
soup, and she went, "Oh my God, remember we had it?" And I went, "What?"
Huh?
And we were at a funeral a few years ago when we arrived up to the house. You know, like funeral soup is always the best soup, but
Yeah.
also it was being served out of a cauldron.
Oh my.
And obviously, in my grief, I forgot the cauldron aspect and the fact that I actually had cauldron soup. But the memory lived on, just buried in there. Um, so yes, I have had cauldron soup, and yes, it is delicious.
Like the fact that the cauldron soup has to remind you of a traumatic event is says more about this game as well. So like the most notable thing in it is a cauldron soup of a time of a really bad personal time for me. But hey, the soup was good. So that's
Exactly.
what I was gonna say.
Dried leaves.
Um,
This herb smells of cinnamon.
what? Um, but yeah, no, so cauldron soup, it is a thing. It is delicious. And I don't know what funeral
Right.
company
That's exactly 1
arranged
ounce.
the
The water in the
cauldron,
bowl is
but
absolutely clear. This
you
weed
know,
makes the
can
water turn
recommend.
red.
But I mean, it's one of the staples of an Irish funeral. Like you have to get your back. You have a company for the bagpipes. You know, you got a company for the removals. You got a company for the hearse. You got a company for the horses. Obviously, that's going to have to transport the coffin
Mhm.
away, and you have a company for the cauldron.
That's
You know, that's
exactly
pretty
1 ounce
straightforward. I
of the
think. You
herb.
know.
Dried leaves. I don't know which plant they
So
come from.
I presume this dried leaves thing is meant to be tobacco, but like, which is obviously complete nonsense because tobacco wasn't in Middle England at this stage. Like, tobacco was an American discovery,
Yeah.
so that's complete nonsense.
That's
So
exactly
I don't
1
know
ounce
what.
of the herb.
Like, obviously, maybe they knew,
Ugh,
maybe
now it's
they
turned
knew
into a
this,
brown slop.
and that's why they just called it dried leaves. I don't know. Um, but yeah, these guys need to kind of brush up on their research again because I think we mentioned before that this was
That's exactly
meant to be a take
dried
like
leaves.
I feel like this
I
game
don't
was
know
trying
which
to be
plant they
Broken
come from.
Swords with a lot of its writing and
That smells
themes
of
and
aniseed.
characterization, and it just bottled it really um
Yeah.
to an almost absurd degree. Like, you know, it's easy to write a will they won't they relationship between a male and female
Right.
character,
That's
but it's
exactly
also
1 ounce of
almost
the herb.
impossible to get it to fuck it up.
The water in the bowl is absolutely clear.
Okay, now we have a clear bowl of water. So that is our sleeping drink.
Woo! We actually did. Well, you did it. Woo!
It was a team effort, Burpbot. Really, really. I was thinking about you during all this, going like, "Oh, imagine if I got Burpbot to do this puzzle."
The tears. The violent tears.
That ought to get you going.
To be honest with you, I get the feeling you'd actually refuse to, based just on like moral grounds.
As I
Like,
said, a love potion.
Bah! It doesn't taste all that good.
But it'll work. Just wait and see.
I should
Oh,
hope so,
God.
because I'm getting tired. Very tired.
oh,
Oh, he's nodding
oh,
off.
huh. We'll head off to make another one. Will we? Or when we come back in, just whenever you're ready, Melanie.
Oh, oh.
That should do
Yay.
it. Sweet
Aye.
dreams, my friends.
And there we go. Proto, Miller, and Larry are asleep.
Woo!
Hooray! Which means with our dainty female hands that look like, you know, stick insects based off the graphics, we've now been able to steal keys.
That That should do it. Sweet dreams, my friends.
I was hoping I could kick him up the arse in particular, but that was unsuccessful.
Brent?
Melanie! At last. I'm here. Over here.
Where could that be?
At last? Wasn't I quick enough for you?
This really is one hell of a rat's nest. Where are
He
we?
looks like he's
anyway?
pissing against the door there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
British Army. It seems a number of wars were fought in this area 1,000 years ago.
Great. That's simply wonderful, isn't it? Maybe we should have read a few history books before we came here. Where are the soldiers now?
Fast asleep. I made them a drink that seems to have had the desired effect.
Well done, Melanie.
They have the desired
Now let's
effect.
get out of
When they
here.
wake up, they'll start humping
Unlock
each
the
other.
door.
Because I just happened to make a love potion at the same
Yes,
time.
of course, at once.
That's the brown slop.
Yeah. Oh, geez, if they drink the slot bucket, they're going to have all 6 of them at once.
Okay, now how do we get out of here?
The door's upstairs. Wait here. I'll go and see whether the key fits the other door.
Yes, woman take charge. Break that gender imbalance.
I wonder what's in here.
Probably nothing.
What about the door?
I haven't tried the key yet. I'll be right back.
I love he's just kind of just waiting by the door. Like,
Why not go and help?
or better yet, if someone does start coming around, why are you standing right in the doorway to be pushed back in and locked up again? Like, it's so fucking stupid.
I might have guessed. The door's locked.
Oh, nice of them to have art around the place, though.
Not a good idea.
It does
Boxes
tie the
are
room
not
together a
worth
bit,
work.
alright, yeah.
I've always found pictures of wars revolting.
Thank you for your hot take there, Melanie. That's great.
Ye old human
I've always
centipede.
found pictures of wars revolting.
Ah, yes, it was a new discovery back then, and well, it worked during the Crusades. Is all I'm saying. So yes, we can't get out through the front door. That is now proven to be impossible.
Give me a hand with this crate, Brent. It's too heavy for me to shift on my own.
Oh, how did we know?
Ah, just as I
Absolutely
thought.
no clue
Take a
about
look
that.
at this, Brent. I thought
No
there must be
indication
more
there's a
than
hidden
just the
passage.
one way
No.
out of here. Looks like a secret passage.
So we just
Down there, isn't
They
it?
just
Are you
fell down
scared?
the stairs.
Scared? Nonsense. Come on, let's go.
That was-
Oh, God.
that was a beautiful animation.
If you can't animate it, why include that cut? Like, it could literally just do
Brent,
down
here.
in the
I can
tunnels.
hardly see a
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Neither can I.
Oh,
maybe we
again,
ought to
I
go
feel like
back
that was
after
the
all,
best
don't you
way they
think?
could have done that.
Rubbish. There's no one here.
Right.
Don't worry. We'll find the way out.
There's not a glimmer of light here anywhere, Brent.
Oh!
What was that? Are you still there? Brent? Brent, this isn't funny. Hello? Is that you, Brent?